settle the score. Look around you. We got a whole room full of monsters. We gonna shut it down like this. Let's go. Yeah. The tricks of the trade, the rules of the game. I've been to the top and I've been to the bottom. I tell you they look about the same. I can speak about comfort, I can speak about pain. You wanna come do this, study my movements, go opposite of the grain. See, I never heard of vacations, bro, that word to me is insane. I'd rather put hands in the dirt as I put in the work and watch suckers complain. Cause all they regard is who go the hardest. Whole family is the top full of ballers. Who would tell them I never been there? I step in the circle, just know I'm prepared. I win or I learn, I never will lose. The fork in the road, which one will you choose? Look, the people need answers. You ready to dance? This one for the champs. The blood, sweat, and tears of my stripes. I only tell stories of fights. You learn that the struggle is part of the hustle. Don't ever mistake them as gripes. First I hit them with lefts, then I hit them with rights. After all that I've been through, I gotta continue to cut through that bull with a knife. You holding me up, so I'm rising. You want me to fail or surprised? I'm addicted to winning, so since the beginning I only focus on horizons. All they record is who go the hardest. Whole family is the top full of ballers. Who would tell them I never been there? I step in the circle, just know I'm prepared. I win or I learn, I never will lose. The fork in the road, which one will you choose?
I'm Todd Grisham. The fighters are here, and they're about to get it on. Damian,
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
all the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
I'm so giddy, so excited. The anticipation is second to none. Let's get it on.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. And that jab just missed with the left hand. They both want a highlight reel knockout. The audience absolutely right on top of you in this very special environment here.
You're getting everything tonight. And you know what? When you're in a theatre, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making up excuses because you're going to be so transparent. All laid out there.
That jab misses. Real good back and forth between these 2 fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good punch. This fighter doesn't just want to win by knockout. They want to do it early so they can get out of here.
Terrorized them into not wanting to throw a punch because they don't even see the shot leaving.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Damian Chambers that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
Mind back on the job. Get back out there and win.
And there's the bell to start round 2. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Good counter punching. This fighter brings a barrage of punches. They won't let you breathe. It's like fighting a hornet's nest.
Oh, man, you've got swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit him low on the blind side of the referee. Get him angry.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Got him there. Good job stopping that uppercut. Punch, counter punch. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Damian Chambers in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think,
Let
well,
him back into this. Okay, I'm happy. I like it.
The bell rings and we start the third. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
this is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Beautiful counter shot. Neither fighter willing to slow down. That counter shot lands. That jab won't score. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Watch that jab. Nice counter shot. Missing with the hook. Nice job blocking the hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Rocky Marciano in trouble. Do you believe this? Let's talk about Damian Chambers that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Nice round, good round.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Well done with that counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Solid punch. A swing and a miss with that jab. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can't find a home with that jab. You know the score. Whoa, wait a minute. Chambers just got clipped. And crumbling to the canvas is Chambers. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
You're right.
1, 2, 3.
Let's talk about Damian Chambers in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
I love the response.
There's the bell to start round 5. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very...
Oh, do you believe this? Rocky Marciano is down! What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
Even I've got to see...
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
A perfect counter lands. Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you don't think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
That...
1, 2, 3.
A lot of work needs to be done in this corner. 2 knockdowns in the last round. There's the bell to start round 6. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Right uppercut just off target. Right hook just missed. He's in there with a Hall of Famer, a legend.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he close you down.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. That jab misses. You don't want to trade shots. Nice stop, but that won't score. It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counterpunch. Let's talk about Damian Chambers that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something. There's the bell to start round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Those counter punches have to hurt. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do. So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory, that's not a knock.
Vision.
Feeling like I got a brand new contract. Armed and dangerous and ready for combat. Soon as I catch him on sight, it's contact. I get the job done proper, there's no comebacks. That's not fair, people hoping on the balance. But either you got that magic or you haven't. And we were born and blessed with all this talent. Soon as we're given a task, it's so apparent I'm fully prepared, fully activated and ready. Focused on the target, grab my weapon, hold it steady, your name. You know the name reigns heavy. Got the beast in me screaming out, let me out the cage. I ain't gotta do it with rage. The days are numbered, see my steps are calculate. On time, not a separate hour late. Witnessing the mastery that we display like a hitman. Yeah. See, I go in and get the job done. Yeah, I'm moving like a hitman. See, I go in and get the job done. They don't want none. I got that experience like I've been doing this for centuries. Before the events I would practice but it was empty. Never needed approval, all I needed was improvement. Got swift with the movement, I attack and defend. We ain't in the same league, we breathe the same air. They act out of fear, that ain't the same here. They don't know why they came, I know my lane clear. And when I need to switch it up, I only change gears. Enemy, where art thou? There were so many habagos, it's looking sparse now. I let my weapon whisper to you like it can't shout. I'm getting even for you free, I'm like a calm count. But you can count on me to do it for the right price. It ain't a game even though I spite. They feel the presence of our zeitgeist. Our victories were written in bright lights. I'm moving like a hitman. Cause I go in and get the job done. You see me moving like a hitman.
fight, I'm by the. Always tryna fight, I'm by the grill, I'm like I'm George. I'm coming for that dough, soon as I walk, they making noise. I'm walking through my city, they like boom, by 3-0. Knock them out in 60 seconds, like I'm using cheat codes. I just want that money, like I'm money made. I might pop my jack and uppercut, and he up on my way. With my belt, discount double check, undisputed champ. I'ma walk inside your gym and take over. I'm new to camp, yeah, I'm new to camp. Sitting ringside with my dog, I'm what coach flip. Underdogs coming out on top, got them so sick. 1, 2, 3, I think it's over. 4, 5, 6, he leaning over. 7, 8, they bout to ring the bell. 9, 10, pack 'em up like mail. It's over, it's over, it's over, it's over.
Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me this.
This is Roy.
This bout.
So much hype surrounding. And that's the opening bell, round 1. I'm going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice defense on that jab. There was so much hype surrounding this match. I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
So hot, so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under, you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on you.
Beautiful counter shot. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. Here we go for round 2. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Believe what we're seeing. That uppercut just missed. Nobody home with that hook. Nice counter shot. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Back and forth they go. A perfect counter shot. A straight right just misses. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
You know, I've been in fights like that.
There's the bell to start round 3. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These two were made for each other. It's bombs away. Hold it right there. Oh, my word. Canelo just got clipped. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he got back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? You'd like to see more jabs. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell sometime.
Here we go to the 4th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They exchange punches. Good counter punching. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Beautiful counter punch. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter shot. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? You don't want to trade shots. Straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close. Back into the fray here in round 5. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Nice counter. The straight right just misses. Miss with that jab. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
And now they're trying to get into their opponent's head. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges...
There's the bell to start round 6. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Jab not finding its target. You both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
They threw the hook. It didn't land. Very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both men step back for just a moment. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got...
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Wow, it was like two...
There's the bell to start round 7. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Oh, and now they're just rubbing it in. Only catching air with that hook. Not so rigid anymore with the stance. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. And down goes Jones Jr. And as we watch it again, that punch took the wind out of him and the will to continue.
I need...
Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
Can make or break a fight.
Round 8, and we're off again. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
The straight right just misses. Seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Well done with that counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Does well to block that left jab. Catch and shoot. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.
Another one, another gun. All damn, just what have I become? No chance, I'm still what they waiting for. No brain on stage, been here before. Hold on too much, gotta let it go. No pain, I'm out if it ain't involved. No call, no show, I ain't really gone. Too late to say I was dead wrong. Throwing out the way for that info. Feel lost, but I know that we close. Speed down my lane on the road. Feel like I've been here before, but maybe switching my roles. Cold dude, no you. Now you ain't never that. So lose, I do. I gotta run it back. Cold dude, no you. Now you ain't never that. So lose, I do. I gotta run it back. Another one time be fun. I think my aim just begun. Another one last time, please, y'all. Now I ain't live to please y'all. Ain't got no plans to be through with this whole thing to see